Hey guys, Christian Max PGA here, and today we're talking about the TGL. What is it? What's it going to look like? Should you watch it? This video is going to break it down, and at the back half, we're going to preview the first introductory, or opening match of the new season, new league tonight. That is going to air at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So stick with us. But the TGL, if people think indoor simulator golf league. And that really is, just the beginning of it. Yeah, they brought in, massive simulator. They brought in, real grass, sand, any lie you could think of. And that is, the hitting golf on the simulator part, probably not new, but that's probably the least groundbreaking feature. The cool thing is, we'll start with the format. 3 players, to a team. I think there's 4, but 3 play during each match. And the first 9 holes, I believe, are alternate shot between the 3 players. So player 1, player 2, player 3, all of them just rotate and hit. And I believe that's match play. And the second half, the last 6 holes, each of the 3 players is going to play 2 singles holes. And so 6 holes total in the singles session for 15 holes over the whole kind of match. So it's going to be 9 alternate shot or rotating shot, we'll call it, and 6 singles. So super cool. I mean, you're going to see obviously not a ton of golf. There's going to be shot clock. It's going to be quick. It's going to be bang, 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 in and out. 15 quick holes, 40-second shot clock. The cool thing, simulator golf, chipping, pitching, short game sucks, right? Sucks. The cool thing is they have a massive area with a rotating green. The massive green rotates. So you get 50 yards in. It'll shine a light on the floor telling you where to hit onto the green from. The green in itself, not only can it rotate to give you different shots in different angles, but the actual green can manipulate and change the slopes. So you might be putting from the same exact place. One hole, putt goes right to left. The next hole, putt goes left to right. So really groundbreaking what they can do as far as changing the scenery around that green, because all holes that they're playing have the same green complex. So that's how they can keep it that way and manipulate it and make it fair. Now on to the golf holes. This is the cool part, and I think the part that's going to be significantly different enough from real golf that you'll find it very entertaining. The golf holes, and we're going to walk through the 15 holes that in a minute here for the first match, but the golf holes are completely made up. Very risk-reward oriented. So you're going to see 330-yard carries, if you want to take the aggressive line, and maybe 10, 15-yard fairways on that line. Or you'll have a much, less aggressive, much easier conservative line, but you're going to be standing on, 5 wood, 2 iron, 3 iron into the green instead of 6 iron, 7 iron, 8 iron. So, it's going to be a ton of risk-reward opportunities, and I think with no real elements in its, simulator, everybody gets, perfect lies, and everybody's a little bit more comfortable inside. There's not rotating conditions. I think you'll just see just how impressive pros are on a simulator, because it really is something else. I think it's gonna be cool to watch. You're gonna see a great show of the short game. 50 yards and in, you'll get to see some cool putts. I mean, the green complex makes for very entertaining golf shots. But the holes, risk reward holes, hitting into greens. The par 3s are kind of the most boring thing, because it's just shots into this same green complex. But I mean, I think the teeing off and the long game portion is really going to be huge and super, super cool. And so with that, thanks for hanging along, guys. We're going to take you into the breakdown now. Hey guys, now we're into the breakdown portion of the video. So you can see we got the New York Golf Club comprised of Matt Fitzpatrick, Ricky Fowler, and Xander Schauffele. And the Bay Golf Club is comprised of Wyndham Clark, Shane Lowry, and Ludwig Aberg. So now we're on to the first hole, which is the Plank. It's a par 4, 377 yards. And we're going to start to see a theme here especially on the tee shots. Going to be a ton of a risk reward. And how much do you want to bite off? How much can you bite off accurately? You can see here, pretty straightforward. Driver through, you're going to be able to take driver, 3-wood all the way down to an iron. Just depends how aggressive you're going to want to be. So now we're going to head to the second hole here in just a second. Because second hole, pick your plunder. Huge risk reward par 5. And you can see here, it's going to be awesome to see the firepower because these are going to be, quite different holes. You're going to have a massive carry in the middle with a very narrow fairway. You're going to have, easier shots out to the edges, not going to be nearly as hard of a carry. You're going to have wider fairways. But with that in, you might not be able to get there in 2. If you go for it all in the middle, you miss it, could be a big number, could be an eagle if you hit it. You'll never know. So here we go. We got the par 3s. First one, par 3 is not really anything new, especially, you're just going to see the green complex from a different distance, different orientation. Oh, I apologize. My dog there barking it off with the toy. So next hole, we got the par 5. It's going to be the boomerang. Again, right, kind of how much do you want to bite off? You can hit driver and try to cut all the way down there in the corner, have a chance to potentially get there in 2. But if you don't, it's, massive layup. Or do you choose to take a little bit more conservative line and put it in the fairway? So the 5th, as you can see, going to be another par 3. Nothing too crazy here. And we're on to Blue Bonnet. Going to be a par 4, 474 yards. Again, tough tee ball here. You're going to notice that it got to be on point from tee to green. I'm going to have to be on point in the short game too, but as far as compared to real golf, you're going to see a really tricked out tee to green game. A lot of forced carries, a lot of options. You're going to see people be probably not crazy conservative all the way to super aggressive. So it's going to be really interesting. Hole 7, you got the shoot. It's a par 3, basically, with some trees on the side. Now, this is a good one here. Flex, par 4. You're going to see really long par 4. The left, easiest, no forced carry, pretty open fairway. Right, you're going to have a forced carry and a mid-iron. Right down the middle, obviously the biggest forced carry, not a very wide fairway, but going to leave you probably a wedge in on this 528-yard par 4. Really risk reward. Really is going to depend on who's hitting the balls. Alternate shot should be interesting. Same thing with the spear here, right? Do we lay it up short, give ourselves a little bit longer look in, or do we, go for the gusto, try to get it on this second spear, really give ourselves a look, an opportunity to score? It's going to be different. It's going to be very interesting to say the least. Hole 10, this is a serpent. Again, a really long hole, par 5, 616 yards. Conservative play, kind of up the left, and then it's going to get much, narrower, but you're going to have the forced carry on the right. I don't know if you're going to see people getting home here. 2 massive hits, especially with the little island green, but you got to take it up the right or blow it over everything down the middle to even have a chance. So Alpine, the 11th, par 4. This is basically going to look like the par 5 at Bay Hill almost, where it, kind of goes diagonal across the water. How much do you want to bite off here? Obviously, super steep ravine, going to be some water there, much steeper penalty than a bunker. Hole 12, cliffhanger, just a, par 3 onto a cliff. Nothing too crazy. I don't know. The other thing I should say is I don't know how many holes they have made up and if we're going to see different holes for different matches or just the holes recycled. Who knows? Straight up, look, do you want to bite it off and be aggressive up the left side? You're taking water into play. Or are you going to lay it up off the right? Try to avoid the middle bunker and have a much longer iron in. It definitely, let's put it this way, TGL definitely doesn't favor the short hitter. But because I think it's going to be incredibly, incredibly aggressive. I think it's going to be incredibly fun to watch, and it's going to be, super firepower oriented. So here we are. We're trying to take a look at the last hole. Struggling here a little bit. But the last hole, hole 15, par 5, 729 yards. I just wanted to take the time to say, guys, if you're still here, I'm going to be doing previews and everything for this. So, yeah, you can see quick draw, right? This looks like a golden tee hole. Do I hit it way out to the right, or do you play it safe up the left? Obviously, to have any chance, you got to take it up the right. But if you like this, please subscribe. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Daily golf content, all 2025. Join the channel. Join the train. Hop on. Thank you, guys.